All right, guys, let me be real with you for one moment here. My number one thing I hate about Blender Octane is not having Node Wrangler. You know, you start building out these intense materials and like, I don't have it. So what do I do to get around that? I'm gonna show you right now. And then at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you a fix for not having Node Wrangler. All right, so let me show you how I get around that. I'm gonna throw in a material. I got a noise texture. I'm gonna throw it into the albedo because this is how I preview everything. Get my settings to however I want it. Boom, there it is. Then I go ahead and I plug this into my roughness. That's how I do it. So once you start building up bigger materials, you know, it gets kind of cumbersome to kind of just take that and do this. So what I also like to do is throw in a diffuse material, have that diffuse material hanging out near my output. So again, I have a new material here. I want to see what it looks like. So I'm just going to throw it into this right here. And then I'm going to plug this into here. Come in here, make my changes to this. Let's crank it up, go 50 on the contrast. There we go. Give it a little bit more detail. Okay, boom, looks cool, right? So then what I do is I press Control, cut that, plug this straight into maybe, let's say, the bump. So this is the workflow that I basically do. Always have to take this, drag this into here, preview what I want to see, and then basically cut it and then connect it back to where I want to do. So let me connect my main material back here so we can see our bump. All right, and there's the bump. We can see the bump, and it looks a little bit crappy, right? Quick tip. How do we make it look a little bit more detailed? Crank up the octaves. Cranking up the octaves makes that a little bit more, breaks it up more detail. Now we got a lot more detail in there. That's how I've got around not having Node Wrangler. And it takes a lot of time and it sucks. Also for setting up multiple PBR materials, again, just going in here, dragging it one file, one by one. Is there a fix for this? There is. I found Node Wrangler for Blender Octane. I found it. Where's it at? Here is the website. Of course, it's going to be at GitHub. Everything in the world's on GitHub. Node Wrangler. I'll put the link down below so you guys can download it. Node Wrangler Octane. When I first downloaded it, zip, it didn't work. I was like bummed. Like, really? Then I scrolled over here to latest. Download this. Come over here. Scrolled all the way down. Downloaded the zip again. It didn't work. Really? Come over here, Node Wrangler Octane, Python script, just download the script. Come back to Blender, go to your preferences, install, go to your download folder. There's a Python script, click on it. I already have it, so I'm not gonna do it. Once you click on it, there it is. Octane Node Wrangler, custom build for Octane. Scroll it down, I'm like, really? Does this really work? Whoa, this is like everything that Node Wrangler does, but for Octane. Does it really work? Well, let's find out. You scroll in here, fire up the render, click on it, shift, control, click. It works. It absolutely works. Boom, back there. Let's click on here. Oh, can't see that one. Boom. There it is. Okay, now I'm in business. I've struggled for the last 5 months and now I'm rewarded with ease. But does it work with the PBR materials loading in? Let's find out. Delete all this stuff. Control Shift T. Okay, we're looking good, but I'm not happy yet because the other one I downloaded did the exact same thing and it didn't work. So let me quickly load in the material. All right, I want ambient occlusion, I want color, I want height, normals, I also want roughness. Bring them in. Oh, but is it? Ooh, it works. Press S, shift out a little bit. It's working, but there's something a little bit off about this. One thing is the gammas. Excuse me, sorry guys. The gammas are off. 2.2 gamma for color, correct. 2.2 gamma for this, incorrect. That should be 1. All these should be 1 except for the color input. Anything that's RGB color should be 2.2 gamma. Everything else should be 1 gamma, a gamma of 1. So just go ahead and switch all these to gamma 1. And it even connected the displacement for us, right? For this texture map, it's not that bad. The displacement is actually looking really good. One thing quickly, it was a 2K material, so I'm gonna switch this level of detail to 2K. Boom. And if you wanna get even more little micro displacement here, this filter radius, you can crank this up even more. Go to 4 maybe. and we'll get even more of a finer detail. Let's get in there. Yeah, that's looking nice. Look at that, guys. Matter of fact, I think this might even be a 4K map. Let me check that out. Oh, this is 4K. That's why it looks so good at 2K coming up close to it. This is a 4K map, so we got even more. Now this will slow your viewport down a little bit. Let me go to 4K. Boom, look at that. Look how close we can get. Very nice, very nice. You might see this wood material looks kind of familiar. Boom, same 4K material right there on this little sphere here. This was the latest render I just did here, learning about how to make some nasty looking glass. I'll get into that in the next video. If I get enough comments down below saying you guys want to see about it, I'll show you about it. If you're interested in seeing more about Blender Octane, take a look at this video here where I do a walkthrough on how I convert Cycle materials to Octane materials. Patrick Lavart, keep rendering. Peace.